Hi Kickstarter fans, I'm Martin from CatSpad. We're at the CES 2017. This is our last day of the show. So we want to provide you a video for all of you that missed this show this year. So please check our latest device, the CatSpad. We got a lot of feedbacks from you guys who want to answer some of the questions. So what's a CatSpad? It's a smart cat feeder and water dispenser. So you know exactly the amount of food and the quantity of water your cat will consume during the day. So we can recognize multiple cats via the vet's microchip that is integrated under the skin next to the head. So once the cat will approach, we know which cat it is, we can identify it and distribute the correct amount of food that you have configured in the smartphone application. So the CatSpad is always connected to your smartphone application. So that's the only way that you can access, remotely control it, and monitor your pet's health care and food and water consumption. So we have 3 cats here. So this is Charlie, our smallest cat. So in the application, we can follow the exact consumption of food and water during one day. So you can check the statistics weekly, monthly, and even yearly. This is very important for you guys because if you are not at home and there is a health issue and your cat doesn't drink enough water, you can see it in real time here on the plots. So you can add your own profile for your cat. You can add your profile picture, the age, the weight of the cat, is it a male or female, is it sterilized or not? And you can switch between different cats. Like if you have multiple cats that eat the same food, then there is no problem. You only need one CatSpad, and you can go from one cat to another and check the consumption of the day. You can remotely control the CatSpad via the CatSpad menu. So the design is very simple of the application. We try to do simple and intuitive. So you have 2 menus, one for the cats and one for the CatSpad. So once you're in the CatSpad menu, you have the food part where you can check how much food is left. So it's our last day, so we have 0 in the stock. Everything was distributed. You can see how much day is left for. It depends on how many cats you have and how much they eat. You can drop food whenever you want. It's an instantaneous action. So if you're not at home, you can always drop some food. Or you can activate 2 of the modes that we propose. Like we have the on-demand mode where you can select the particular cat, the amount of food per delivery each time the cat will approach, and also the daily limit the cat should eat. It's very important to have a daily limit based on the weight of your cat and also the age. And also the idea is to have multiple quantities, small quantities per day. The ideal is between 5 and 15 times per day. So if you are not at home, if you work all day, we will put food in the morning, in the evening, which is not the perfect way and the healthiest way for your cat. So the CatSpad will do the job for you. He will provide small quantities multiple times per day. So we are able to measure precisely the amount of food that we distribute with the CatSpad because we have weight sensor in the plate and one in the stock where you put the dry food here. So you can always know how much food is left, and you will receive notification if the food level is low or even if the water level is low. You have 8 liters of water and 1.7 kilograms of dry food, which is approximately 1 month for one medium-sized cat. So if you have 2 cats, it will be 15 days. If you have 10 cats, it will be 3 days of autonomy. So how does it work? On the left side, we have the distribution of the dry food. So once the cat will approach, let's take Charlie, for example. So once he will approach, we will distribute a small quantity of food. So now I think we programmed 7 grams. So we have 7 grams of dry food over there, which is measured precisely. And at the same time, we provide you guys a fresh and clean water because we have a water fountain that's running all the time. So we measure the water level that is left in the stock. So you know exactly how much water is left there. And as you can see here, we have a filter that will filter and clean the water, which is very important for the health of your cat, especially when the cat eats dry food. So when they eat dry food, they must consume water all the time. If the water is not clean, if you have hair, dust, or even food that sometimes the cat can drop, it's not very good for the health of your cat. Well, that's why the CatSpad is very interesting for you. Also, you can select the schedule mode. Like you can add as much as alarms you want, and you can select the quantity of food you want the CatSpad to deliver. So let's add one schedule and see how that works. You can select the day of the week you want. You can select the quantity of food. So let's say 20 grams. And you can set the delivery hours. So it's almost 3 p.m. So you can add as much as you want. You can activate or deactivate some of the alerts. So you can always select the water menu, enable or disable the water pump. So we added even a feature that's planning, which is something new in the application for people who live in small apartment, and when they go to sleep, they don't want to hear the little noise that the water fountain does, which is very attractive for your cat though. But sometimes it might go to your nerves. You want to go to sleep and doesn't hear the water fountain. You can always add a smart planning, so the cat's pet will deactivate the water fountain for you. So you can check the statistics of food and water the cat's pet delivers, and you can also compute the price, see how much water and food was distributed. We'll add much more features later on in this application, so you have all the information in one place. You can even control multiple cat's pet via the same application, so you have, 5 or 10 cats. You can add even 2 cat's pets in order to have a better autonomy of the food and water stock. The latest interesting part in the application is that you can personalize your object. So you can select different colors for the LED. So you can see here we selected the blue color, but you can change. You can add red, orange, green. It's up to you guys to decide. You can select the Wi-Fi parameters there, and also add a new cat's pet to the application. So this is a short demo. Do not hesitate to provide a feedback to us. We are happy to answer all the questions. Thank you guys.